Hi guys, welcome to another video. Thanks for checking in. So here with Mike again. Mike's actually in these videos more than my camera is. He's like a permanent fixture. And we're in Troutbeck at the moment in the good old English Lake District. We're going for a little walk just to get some air down towards Troutbeck Tong, just to see if we can get some nice B-roll and take a few shots potentially. But I thought I'd take the opportunity today to give you my first impressions on this backpack that I've got on. So I've got a new backpack. It's a Tenba Fulton version 2, I think, and it's a 16 litre, and I've literally had it about 5 minutes. I've loaded my camera kit in and it's its first trip out on my back, so I thought I'd share a few thoughts on what I think of it really, and take you on a little journey and hopefully get a couple of nice photographs as well. So yeah, let's go and do it. Okay, so here's my initial thoughts on the Tenba Fulton 16, and this is it next to Mike's Tenba Fulton, which is the 14, just to give you a little bit of a comparison in terms of size. We'll come back to the storage inside in a minute, but so what we've got going on here, I'm not going to go through all the specs, but things I kind of like about it. I like the fact that we've got this section at the top, which essentially, you know, separates your camera gear, which is all down here, from, you know, maybe a spare jacket and some food and stuff like that. And just to give you an idea of size, in here at the moment I've got a sort of lightweight synthetic jacket and a little bit of food, and there's plenty of space in there still for me to at least double that capacity. It's got your kind of little Velcro fastener here and a couple of rolls. It's going to keep most of the weather out really. I did consider going for the all-weather version, but a few reviews that I saw just suggested that even though it was all-weather, it wasn't really keeping that much water out, and I didn't really like the colour, to be honest, which is totally vain. I didn't like the camo colour, so I just decided to go for the sort of all-black and you know, maybe just take care of my kit when it's raining. Going to the back, the thing I really like about these rucksacks, which brought me to them in the first place, was the fact that you just got back access straight into your camera kit. I just think that's absolutely brilliant, and I know a lot are like this, but what you do get with other packs is you know, this area here is sort of combined with your storage area for your clothes and your jacket and your lunch and stuff, whereas this is completely separate. And like I say, this is the 16, so in here at the moment I've got a Z7 II with a 24 120 f4 on, which is coming to here. That's enough room for my 51.8. And then I've got some filters and some various bits of accessories, and this is a DJI Osmo for reference, and just a kit that comes with that. There's enough room in here, I think, to put something like this Nikon with this lens on, maybe a 100-400 and say a 50, or maybe even a wide-angle zoom if you start to sort of stuff the Osmo and stuff in the spaces rather than it being in this pouch. So it's pretty big in terms of size. If we just compare that to Mike's 14 litre, I mean, there's not much in here at the moment, but it does give you an idea of the sort of size difference. It's obviously the 16 is bigger, and I think, having compared the two today, the 2 litre difference that you get in the 16 is actually here as opposed to in the rest of the pack, but you know, I could be wrong. So I'm 5'8", which is about 173 centimeters, and this pack comes in one size as far as I know, and for me it is quite short on the back. I don't think that's a bad thing. It's actually quite comfortable to carry. You know, I'm not super tall, and I do find longer packs rub a little bit around the sort of belt line. The only thing I would say though is it does come with this waist strap, which when you fasten it is way too high to do anything other than provide a little bit of stability, and then it's right around your belly, which isn't a great position for it, to be honest. I'd prefer it to be a bit lower, which obviously it can't be because of the length of the pack, but that's the only way you're going to take any weight off the pack and onto your hips. It is just a thin webbing, but it would still be okay to take a bit of weight, but it is too high. So for me, that's completely useless, and I'll probably just take it off, because you have got a chest strap here, which just works perfectly fine, which is going to stop the pack wobbling around. I've got a capture clip on the shoulder strap, sort of a little bit tricky to get it on, but it does go on with a bit of encouragement. So yeah, all in all, quite good to carry, pretty comfortable, some decent storage, so far so good. So first impressions, it's been good. Really easy to access my kit, really comfortable, carries just the right amount of stuff for a little wander like this down in Troutbeck. A few little amends maybe, and I think we might have a really decent pack. Kind of a little concerned about the quality. It is quite cheap. I paid just under £100 for this pack, which is pretty cheap for a photography specific pack, isn't it? And there are a couple of things on it that you sort of think, how long is that going to last? You know, for example, the zips, you know, they don't ooze quality. I mean, I'm not just being fussy here, right? But you know, they do feel like they might not last forever, but we'll see. Only time will tell. You can get them in a few different colours. So this is obviously the black. There's an all-weather version, which is like a sort of camo colour, and black, and then there's Mike's version, which is the sort of olive. I'd have gone for the olive, but spent too much time out with that guy, and we'd look like a right couple of wallies, right, walking around with the same pack. But all in all, pretty good, and what a nice sort of afternoon to be out. These fields just look absolutely fantastic, and the yellows in the field of the buttercups, I mean, they look like buttercups. Are they buttercups? Tell me in the comments if you actually know. Really nice, even if we don't get any amazing shots. It's just good to be out getting some air, and only a couple of miles from home, so yeah, definitely grateful for that, eh? Yeah, good to get out and get some air, and also have a little test of the old Tenba Fulton, which I hope, if you're considering buying one, you found a little bit useful. And if you did, make sure that you hit that like button, all that jazz, and subscribe, because in a couple of months or so, when I've used this to death on a few trips and wanders around, I'll update you with how it's going. And I've got a few ideas for some mods of what we can do as well. And we might also consult these guys and see what their opinion is too. Have you got any thoughts on the Tenba Fulton 16 litre? Nothing to say. Not to say. Right, thanks for watching, guys. That's us. Bye for now. Any thoughts on the Tenba? Any thought? Yeah. Nope, not keen.